Everyone loves the sound of the major scale, as they should. It's the foundation of Western music, and it sounds beautiful. But if you're anything like me, sometimes you'll get a bit bored of playing the same old major and major pentatonic licks over and over again, and you find yourself wishing that there was a way to add some tonal variety to your improv when you're improvising in major keys. Well, the good news is that there is a simple way to do this. Use suspended triads. A suspended triad is what happens when you replace the third in a triad with a second or a fourth. Your basic major triad contains a root, a third, and a fifth. They sound like this. Replace the third in those triads with a second, which is just a tone or 2 frets lower than the third, and you'll get a sus2 triad, which sounds like this. Or you can replace the third in each triad with a fourth, and that will give you a sus4 triad. So the fourth is just a semitone or 1 fret higher than the third in each major triad. Just FYI, sus4 triads tend to be called sus triads rather than sus4. Personally, I don't tend to play licks using sus2 triads. I do use them in my rhythm playing, but for lead, I don't know, they just don't fit as comfortably under my fingers as sus4 triads do. So today I'm going to be showing you how I use sus, meaning sus4 triads, in my lead playing to add a different flavor to major scale licks. Here's a line I use all the time in my lead playing that is based around a sus triad found within the major scale. In this example, we're in E major, and I'm starting on the 6th of the scale, and I'm ascending on the G string like so, which is just a hammer on and slide. And this puts me in the right position to play a B sus triad on the first string set, which means the high E, G, and B strings. So I pick each note of the triad and let the notes ring out to emphasize the unique sound of the sus triad. Hear how I'm letting them ring out there? And then I hammer onto fret 9 on the high E, and I slide up to 11 to finish the lick. And just to remind you, this is a sus triad because the normal version of a B major triad on this string set and in this inversion looks like this. So the root is on the high E string, the fifth is on the B string, and the third is on the G string. But rather than playing the third, I move my finger up 1 fret to instead catch the fourth, therefore giving me a B sus triad. So normal B major triad, B sus triad. B major is the 5 chord in the key of E major. And although the 5 chord is most commonly heard as a dominant 7th chord, there is still a major triad within a dominant 7th chord, so extending it up to a sus4 triad or a sus triad still sounds good. At least to my ears, creating a sus triad from the 5 chord in major keys is a cool sound. Another sus triad that I use a lot in my lead playing is based on the 1 chord in a major key. So in the key of E major, I will play lines based around an E sus triad. For example, here's a lick based around an E sus triad that leads into some sixths found within the E major scale. So I'm starting on the 3rd of the triad, but then moving up to the 4th. And then, in the same exact way that I did with the previous lick, I'm picking each note individually, but letting the notes ring out so that you can hear the tonality of that sus triad. This one ends differently, however. Rather than doing the hammer on and slide thing that we did with the last lick, I keep my 3rd finger on the 4th, add my pinky to the same fret on the high E string to play a 6th, and then I slide that up by 2 frets like so. So there's 2 licks that you can use in the key of E major that use suspended triads. One based on the 1 chord and the other based on the 5 chord. Before I go, let's see if we can throw both of those sus triads into the 1 lick. Here's that same lick once again, but slowed down a bit. So there you have it. That's how I use sus triads found within the major scale to add something different to my lead lines when I'm playing in a major key. If the sound of those licks got you interested in using sus triads in your lead playing, but you're not actually sure about how to play sus triads all over the neck in all inversions and on all 4 string sets, this is something that I teach you how to do in part 2 of my online guitar courses, Bulletproof Guitar Player Part 2 Advanced Concepts. Links to purchase are in the description box below, so feel free to check them out if you are interested. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you learned something new today, please give the video a like and click the subscribe button down below for more content like this in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one.